Okay, Islam approves of Islamic slavery, and therefore, even until today, there is no theological basis to reject slavery according to Islam. Why does Islam propagate slavery? Point number one, Muhammad himself and the wider religion has a derogatory view on a few different people groups. Number one, black people. Number two, unbelievers. And especially women. A very derogatory view. And this resulted in harsh dealing by people, including Muhammad himself, of slaves. Harsh punishments, harsh dealing with slaves. Slaves were tortured, sex torture for female slaves. Slaves had no rights, and slaves had perpetual slavery, no legal rights, no civil rights. They were treated as merchandise and so on. According to Islam, there was no intention to manumit, i.e. to abolish slavery. Muhammad himself allowed Islamic slavery to be propagated until perpetuity. So Islam is a very bad model for today, because according to Islam, Islamic slavery is still a valid model to be practiced and will be practiced even till the end of times. In contrast, when we come to the Bible considers every human being to be similar. When we compare the Bible, Jesus Christ, with Muhammad, we see someone who is well fitting into the 21st century model, where we hate racism, where we hate slavery. So Jesus Christ is the only person that needs to be followed in terms of our modern views of slavery, abolishing of slavery, and our modern views on the fact of human beings being similar. Muhammad is not a good example for people of today, and therefore Muhammad ought to be rejected. So in particular, I'd like to ask the question to Muhammad, who is here. Muhammad, the so-called Islamic prophet, approves of having sex with captive women at will by Muslims. Do you think that's a very good model for today to practice? When Muslims go to capture non-Muslims, do you think Muslims should have the ability and the permission from Muhammad and the Islamic Allah to have sex with captive women at all times, anytime they want to? And do you agree with that principle? Do you think that upholds human values properly?
30 seconds.
Okay, go on.
Okay.